The Sanrenmu 939. I'm finally getting around to do a review on this. I've had this in my inventory for a while now, at least a month. When I first got this in the mail, I was extremely excited because it just felt really good. The size was perfect for me. I like large blades, both in the folding variety as well as the fixed variety. And when I first got this, I was just really thrilled to see the build quality and the design. So let me get into doing a little review on this knife. This obviously is the Sanrenmu, as I mentioned earlier, and it is one of their larger 900 series knives. It is a frame lock design. The blade shape is a modified sheep's foot with a slight belly, sort of a basic minor thumb ramp with dual thumb studs for opening. Very smooth opening, as well as being very fast. There's some circular skeletonization on the scales or the frame, as well as the clip. It is tip down, right side carry only. The assembly and disassembly is completely consisted of Allen keys, not torque screws, but Allen keys. Inside we have, I believe, bronze phosphate bushings. It's hard to tell because I've been carrying this for a while, so there's some dust in there. But it rides on a stainless steel ball bearing on the frame lock, so it's extremely smooth. Good lockup. That's the kind of lockup engagement I like to see. Solid lockup, but with room to wear. This knife will last for a while. If we're gonna do a review going forward, I like to talk about, when I do knives like this, I want to do reviews on kind of three aspects of these knives. First is the materials, second the build quality, and then third the design of the knife. Those are kind of the three things that are most important to me. Obviously, first I want to make sure that it's built of a solid, good quality material. In this case, just as with all other Sanrenmu knives, it is using the 8CR13 MOV stainless steel, equivalent to Japanese AUS 8. And in all my experiences with Sanrenmu knives, it's done really well. Fairly thick blade, full flat grind. Scales, or the frame, I imagine it's some kind of stainless, if not the same 8CR13 MOV blade steel. It is some similar kind of high quality steel because it feels really good, and it's got this kind of satin finish all the way through. There's a little bit of wear just from riding my pocket, but nothing major. Feels really good in your hand. So it's made of really high quality materials. Second, craftsmanship. The factories that make these Sanrenmu knives have been making knives for various American companies for a while, including Spyderco. So these guys know how to make knives. One of the things about American companies outsourcing to Chinese manufacturing plants is that it's giving a lot of Chinese craftsmen the experience and know-how into building good quality stuff. And now they're starting to do their own. I mean, they have been for a while, and this is one of the good things I've come out of it. You get a knife like this with this build quality for such a low price. I mean, we're talking about $20 for this knife shipped. It is razor sharp and it holds an edge very well. I have not touched this up, and I've used it a lot of times. I'll just show you. This might be one of the sharpest knives. Zero effort to slice through that paper. Look at that. I can just hold it like this even, with 2 fingers. It just absolutely razor sharp. So the craftsmanship is really good on this knife as well. And then third of all, the design. I love the Sanrenmu frame lock design. Every single frame lock that I've gotten from them have performed really well. I was so impressed with this one when I got it, I immediately jumped online and ordered another one, knowing that it takes about 2 weeks to ship it to me. So now I have a backup on top of having this one. The blade shape is like I mentioned earlier, a modified sheep's foot with a slight curve in the cutting edge. Makes it a good slicer, but it's not going to penetrate as well, or if at all, because there is no sharp edge there. There's some, you can probably use it to kind of, poke through some fabric and then afterwards slice fabric. But this is mainly for, your sort of day-to-day utility. It may be really good for a rescue knife to cut through fabric. If you have to cut through fabric without injuring somebody who's wearing the clothing, then this would be a good choice. So for everyday carry, this is an extremely good option. I also like that they've skeletonized some parts of this knife, which has done some weight reduction, and there's no back spacer. Also saves a little bit of weight. Good jimping in the back for the kind of tasks that you're going to need to get some traction, because without having any other kind of scales, you're going to want to get as much grip as you can. And the skeletonization also helps with getting some traction on the side of the scales, as well as the jimping here on the frame lock. Some people may not like this blade shape. It's not the most popular kind. The most popular is probably a plain edge drop point. However, the full flat grind makes this a really good slicer. It's not going to get caught on anything. It's also good for food preparation too. Just an overall really good knife to have around. If there's one knock that I have on this knife, I think it would have to be this clip. For me, this clip is just really big, and it's unnecessarily big. It doesn't have to be this wide, first of all, and this flip on the end doesn't have to come up this much. I mean, it makes it really easy to slide it into your pocket. However, it does get in the way, and when you're holding it in your hand, you do feel this part of it digging into you a little bit. And then on the carrying method, which is tip down right side carry, the way that the knife is curved to the side doesn't fit well with a lot of pocket styles. It fits well into jean pockets, because jean pockets tend to be cut this way, and this would just slide in. But if you're wearing like khaki pants or any kind of pants, or sometimes cargo pants where it's cut more this way, the way you put this knife in, it's going to angle. And as it angles this way, you're going to end up riding this knife in your pocket, sort of, 45 degrees down like this. It's not a huge issue, But I do wish that they would have done maybe tip up carry, like so. Sorry about the phone. If they would have done tip up carry, you would have been able to put it in your pocket like this, and the natural curvature of the knife would have done really well to keep it straight up and down as you carry it in your pocket. So if there's anything that bothers me, it's that part of the design. So again, to recap, HCR 13 MOV steel, stainless steel, great quality materials, awesome craftsmanship. These guys know what they're doing. Very good overall design with a couple of caveats. Namely, for me, the belt clip and the positioning of the belt clip. And for some of you, maybe the blade shape. Other than that, I think this is a slam dunk. Again, this is the Sanrenmu 939. Finish off with some more cutting tests. Just an amazingly sharp blade. Thanks for watching.